35-1 record runs today. How's it feel?
Just want to win games, and it was a really good offensive performance. And I thought both games the kids played really well, and it was fun to be part of.
What did you think of the arms then? If the offensive performance was great, what did you think of the arms only allowing 4 runs all day?
We had solid pitching, right? We had solid pitching all day. Even from the guys who hadn't gotten a chance to get out there, we had solid pitching, and so I was excited about the way the guys got after it on the mound. I thought it was a complete effort. We didn't have but maybe a couple of blemishes, but even in the first game that the score got away, I mean, we just wanted them to play. We just wanted them to play hard and good baseball, and the young guys that got in, they got some really good experience in that game to be able to do that, and it was fun to watch them.
Are you excited about that opportunity to get some of those younger guys in there?
Without a doubt, they work their tail off around here, and so when we can do that, that's really important. And when we can get some of the guys that have been rolled out there as starters off their feet a little bit, that's important too, because we've been we're not exactly 100% right now.
Carter, the only guy out there today to play his position all 18 innings. What did you see from him today?
Well, I think he had like 7 good at-bats in the first game, and he had a few more in the second game. I mean, he's 2-strike hitting, and even probably the worst at-bat he had of the day, the most impressive thing was the next 2 plays of the next inning came to him, and he made really good defensive plays after he had probably his worst at-bat. And that tells you about a guy's character right there, is when he's, has a bad at-bat, and then is he ready to play on defense? Because, if he is, then that's a true winner, and Carter's a true winner, he's a heck of a player.
We talked about Cooney wanting to see better at-bats from him. He had some good at-bats last night. First game of today, he goes 4 for 4, a 3-run home run, sac fly. Just what have you seen of him these last couple of days?
Gritty. I think he had 10 out of his 11 or so at-bats, if I'm not mistaken, were really good at-bats today. And so just gritty, team player, playing good defense, everything that you're, looking for.
You see, Dom's home run ball in the second game. You've seen a lot of home runs go that far ever?
He's a special kid, right? He's a special talent. And it was for the moment, it was a good one for us to get in the inning, right? For us to just answer, because I thought they had a little bit of momentum, and I thought that swing kind of killed some of the momentum. And so I thought that was one of the critical plays, even though it was only one swing.
You said in the past that you've been waiting for Cohen's bat to come around, stating his first career home run. How did that feel for you and the team?
Well, oddly, he'd been, in the fall and the spring scrimmages for us, he'd been one of our team leaders in RBIs. And so we'd really seen him hit and hit very, very well for us in our scrimmages. And so, it was just early, and he needed to get his feet underneath him. I think as you see him go more and more, you can tell we've got a lot of talented players, and Cohen's really, really good. He comes from a wonderful family, too. The kid is really a rock star.
Zach Justice gets to make his collegiate debut back there for you guys today. How did you feel about that, just being able to get a guy in there towards the end?
Awesome. Took a long at-bat, took a walk. Also caught very, very well in his time back there. Another kid that's super strong, committed in the weight room. He's a total leader in there, and we're all trying to keep up with him in the weight room. He's a great kid.
I think it was Burke mentioned yesterday that you like to focus on winning the inning. Can you talk a little bit more about that mindset?
You're just trying to win pitches in a game, and you're trying to win a pitch, and then you're trying to win the next pitch, and you're trying to stay with every pitch you can in the game. And you're trying to teach young people just to win every single pitch, and then the pitch turns into the inning, and the inning turns into 2 innings in the game, right? So you're just trying to break it down into smaller segments to where it's easier to do. If you just say, hey, we got to win the game. So much goes into winning the game. It could be a pickoff, a holding the runner like Colin did with our best runner when he got on first base. And he doesn't attempt to steal, but it was because he did such a nice job of holding the runner at first. Usually the game's very simple details, small details, but it's really hard to win a game, but it's probably easier to win pitches, and that's our philosophy.
You mentioned yesterday taking over the pitching duties. You were disappointed in yourself that you didn't pitch a shutout. How do you feel like you did today?
Better than yesterday.
Got to see Tyler Jones at second base. Obviously, he was a big shortstop recruit, but was it like getting to see a PO get out there and play some infield?
Well, he's not a PO. He's not a PO. He's a two-way guy for us. He actually hit very well for us in scrimmages, and he's a really good shortstop too. So he's just gifted on the mound. You don't athletes, shortstops, that can throw 92 to 95 with a plus breaking ball. That's what he does on the mound, and he runs around, and he's a good shortstop too, and he can hit.
Did you make a Clark's outing today? Obviously, 6 scoreless.
Really
a little
good.
trouble, but would you make them?
Yeah, really good. I mean, in the seventh inning, he might have tired a little bit in the seventh inning. I think, he had a couple of guys on the ropes, and he just needed to make a pitch like he had done for the previous 6 innings. And he wasn't able to execute a couple of pitches. Credit to them. They got to him a little bit. And then Gabe came in, and he put out the fire. I thought Santi threw well. I thought even Cole, he did very well, and his stuff is electric, as you can tell.
A lot of guys got hit by pitches again today. I know you're always happy for the free base, but does that ever start to get frustrating? Does that reach a point?
No, hit by pitch is a mentality thing. And so for us, it's a free base, and when you take a free base, that's a team play. And so to stand in there and take a dose is, that's a badge of courage. It's a team at bat, and it's something that, the kids really pride themselves in doing, because they want that locker room behind them, and that's one great way to be able to do it. When you're showing the toughness to stand in there and hold your ground, to get on base that way, that's a big deal in the clubhouse and the locker room with the guys.
How'd you feel about Wright's start?
Really good. Best start that he's had so far. I wanted to send him out there, and then the bottom of the fourth, I think it was. It just took forever, and so he was going to get run back out there in the fifth, and we really wanted to do that. But after he sat for I don't know how long it was, it felt like it was about a half hour, 20-minute inning. We just said no. Let's go ahead to Mechna. I thought he threw exceptionally well. Just did Tanner Bradley. I thought he really. The kids really pitched well and competed well today. It was fun to be a part of that group.